Presenting the Contax Aria 70 years. What do you do when you need an SLR that is tiny and is packed with features? Well, you have plenty of options, many of which we have covered in other videos, so make sure you go and have a look at them. But one option should be the amazing little Contax Aria.
Oh, hey my lovely people. I just wanted to take a minute to talk to you about NFTs. I don't even know what an NFT is. Come on, seriously? No, I want you to buy these absolutely lovely long sleeves that we've got, the JCH apparel. So come along, hit the Teespring, support the channel, and rock one of these cool long sleeves. Cheers, thanks for the support.
But when you need something a bit, well, extra, what do? You get this. This Aria is not like the others. Why, I hear you mutter diffidently? Because this is the Contax Aria 70 years limited edition, and as you can see, it is a little bit special. When the Aria was released in 1998, it was very much a prosumer camera. But this version of the camera was released in 2002 to celebrate 70 years since the release of the Zeiss Icon. And Contax, Kyocera, really pushed the boat out. The body of this beautiful little camera was designed by the legendary Porsche design team, and they were the same design team that put together design for the Contax T as well. So they will look very nice with your classic 911. The internals were done by Yashica with their expertise, and the lens was a special design by Zeiss and Tomioka, so you know that this was a real partnership of the greats, and it definitely shows on this camera. The body colour is supposed to be champagne, to hark back to the original Zeiss Icon. It is the lightest SLR ever made as well, at a very slim 460 grams, which is about 2 or 3 burgers for you Americans, which is pretty impressive. But then it is a carbon fibre reinforced polycarbonate shell. That's some fancy pants tech right there. In fact, it is so light that lenses tend to be the main weight and can make the camera front heavy. So what's the big deal with the Contax Aria anyway? Well, it was the last camera, manual focus SLR camera that Contax designed before they disappeared into the ether, which makes it a very important camera, but also compatible with the legendary CY lenses. So a really great piece. And did I mention it's jam-packed with features? Yeah, like a really decent marmalade. This thing has got everything in a tiny, tiny little body. This includes a nice fast shutter with a 1/4000th max speed and a nice bright viewfinder with 95% coverage, an integrated motor drive, multiple exposure mode, multiple metering modes, and interchangeable screens. Oh yeah, and 3 frames per second when you want to burn through some frames.
Yes, this camera is a beauty alright, but it came at a time when digital cameras were becoming more popular and better. And Contax didn't anticipate the digital market very well at all. So this camera was a dead end for Contax, and it was Contax's dead end. 3 short years after this camera was released, Contax closed its doors, ceasing trading. Which is a shame, because this is a really great camera and it has all the markings of a camera that would have been really good for the current market. Has everything you need. There were only 2,000 of these cameras produced in its lifetime as well, so you could call this a relatively rare camera. When this camera was released in Japan, it was marketed as a women's camera, whatever that means. But because it had all kinds of bells and whistles on it and all the latest features, it very quickly became popular with the men's section of the market. Japan and your stereotypes. So, is it any good? Well, let's go and find out. despite its smaller stature, this camera can really perform. It is easy to use, the finder is brilliant, it's nice and bright and clear. The functions are easy to find and easy to use. The top dial can get a bit fiddly when you're selecting speed, but if you switch it onto auto, it's brilliant. The camera does everything for you. I can see why this was such a popular camera, and it still is a popular camera because the prices are still very reasonable compared to other modern SLRs. I was really happy to get my hands on one of these cameras, but it was kind of a bittersweet feeling for me as well. I've used one before, but not a great deal, so this was the first time I'd really got out to shoot one properly, and it felt like such a short road for me. This is the end of Contax cameras, and there will never be another camera like this or any other Contax camera again, which is really sad. And it's because of greed and difference and negligence that we lost one of the truly great camera brands. Had they continued to make cameras and make cameras like the Aria, who knows what they would have been doing by now. I'm sure it would have been absolutely fantastic though. Right then, the all-important pros and cons time. Pros: lightweight, sleek, packed with features, and that sweet, sweet Zeiss glass. Cons: this model can be very expensive. Repairs can be difficult, and if you are Andre the Giant, you might find the dials a little bit too fiddly. Enjoy this and many other cameras at japancamera hunter.com. Thanks for watching, and please make sure you like and subscribe. See you next time.